You know, we have Crazy Rich Asians coming up, which is going to be the first Hollywood movie featuring an all-Asian cast in a quarter century. So if you are still in college or just graduated, you've literally never seen Hollywood.
You're walking around like, where's my representative?
Right. So I wanted to ask, all of you, but maybe starting with you, Awkwafina, what difference does it make when you don't have to bear the brunt of being like that Asian on set, or the trans person, or the LGBT person, or the black person on set? How does that change the creative process?
I mean, it was really amazing being on a project like Crazy Rich Asians. I think, if you're Asian out there, you kind of, when you grow up, there's not a lot out there. I grew up with Margaret Cho and Lucy Liu, were like my idols. And I think that, I grew up with like Long Duck Dong and all these kind of these very problematic Asian characters that are just kind of thrown in. And then even as serious ones, you don't really understand them, And I think when we were on Crazy Rich Asians, we're just real characters, and like you said, when you put so many together, we're able to be our own, and we're able to have our own storylines, and are able to have our own problems, and are able to resonate with people in different ways. Crazy Rich Asians does that. And so when we were out as a cast, we were out for one day celebrating one of my castmates' birthdays, and I just looked around at our table and realized that that dynamic where we were the only one, that's been we've always had that in our careers. We were the only one, whether it was something we spoke about or not, and that didn't exist on that movie, and that was amazing. And I've never, as an Asian woman, I've never seen anything like it. And I think when I saw it recently, I still have never seen anything like it, and I wanted to cry, and I saw, and every Asian American that watches that movie, they want to cry, and they don't know why.
Oh, I did cry. So
yeah, and I think I even look at there's a white. I was sitting next to a white guy during, and he was crying too. So it's there's an element of that, and it's very special, and you don't want to think that this is the last Asian movie that will ever exist, and you also don't want to think that if this does bad, then they'll never make another one ever again. This is what's supposed to happen. This is just this should be the first of many. Yeah.